A very good morning there, ladies and gentlemen. Do hope you're all doing okay. Been trying to figure out what turn we're on in the title, but this is technically turn 35, so I'm going to go ahead and call it turn 35. We'll just have to manage. Anyhow, so I'm going to be carrying on here. There we are. So, we issued most of the orders last turn. Very much just awaiting a breach over here at Belgrade. Very much just awaiting that. We did manage a breach in Salonika, which is pretty hilarious actually. I was telling Plumber about that. He's like, what? How? I was like, I don't know. You tell me. Indeed. We're building a depot over here, and then we'll be crossing to Odessa in the near future. Once I have control of the rail line up to Odessa, I can go ahead and actually send out... the super heavy German guns, which would be very handy. Moving forces down here. Alright. I think I have another core on the way over here. Yeah, we should. So over here in the Caucasus, we did achieve a victory, which is very nice. I just need these men to recover. Right, they're heading down to Egypt. Over here, just recovering really, building up supplies. I do need munition. Sorry. These forces are heading back over here. They'll be headed inside as well then. What I'm going to go ahead and do then is, afterwards, we'll begin moving on Azerbaijan. At least we'll try it anyway. It depends. There is a wooded hills over here. This is wooded hills. It's definitely a Jaeger sort of objective. In terms of what else there is, we do have Baku, which obviously would be a nice objective to take, but we'd have to move on Grozny. We'd have to move on the north and across the mountains, which is not particularly easy. The best I've got over here is mountain. This is Alpine, which is even worse. Oh, interesting. Yeah, move course, nimble, average, impeded. Interesting. Yeah, so it's not particularly easy going up that way. The easier way would be to go around the Caucasus Mountains. But I don't think that's going to really happen. But we do have targets around the area. To be honest, what would be probably for the best would be to have our resources moved over to Sevastopol. Well, towards Sevastopol, to Odessa basically. Sorry, to Crimea from Odessa, etc. It just depends on how we want to achieve that. I can't go through the Kerch Straits, that's obviously not going to happen. We know that the Russians still have the Black Sea Fleet over here. And it could be due for reinforcements any time, really. So we'll see. I think it probably would be worthwhile to have the Turkish forces, what we can have spared, either sent down to Egypt or sent up to Odessa, and then have them move around towards Crimea. I think that probably would be easier. We could maybe put a call to go up this way, just put pressure on, but it's probably not very likely to happen there. In Mesopotamia, I think I'll go ahead and launch a concerted attack then. Then make sure that one of these divisions is inside, just to make sure that we don't lose the settlement, just if anything goes wrong. Have them told to sortie if we do counter-attack, like so. And we'll have this retake in the future. I am building up additional cavalry in this area. They're only small Arab cavalry units, but they'll be useful nonetheless. We're moving our forces down here. We may in theory be in 1916 the next turn. I think we will be. I'm pretty sure we will be. So I'm hoping that we will have the rail lines, I'll be able to control them and build them. That'd be very nice. Waited on when to move the Dutch Africa Corps. But if I can get the rail lines, then that changes everything. Because I can bring supply and men down here in a pretty big way. So I'll do that when we have the opportunity. We did achieve a victory against the Serbians. Plumber, bless him, did send the Serbians into a final assault on our forces there. We have artillery moving to the front. We've just been filling up our forces with artillery. So like for example, this army now is properly equipped with medium artillery. We have heavy artillery concentrated in the army of Max, but this is now properly equipped with medium artillery. How you doing there, Gumstick? With the extra Ottoman forces in the future, would it be possible to push the British out and take Basra? Yeah, I'd imagine. I don't know if we need extra forces. This area is really difficult. Really difficult in terms of just like cohesion. Like moving through swamp in this area is really nasty. His force over here has almost no supply and almost no cohesion. So they should fall apart pretty quickly. It's all about having a supply line here. All about having a supply line. Just not a good place to move a lot of men. So yeah, so we're doing pretty good. We did have forces dropped off this turn. The fleet's returning to Wilhelmshaven. Yes, we have these forces moving out here. It's going to take 48 days to arrive in Finland. It'll be worth it. By the time they get there, they'll be in pretty poor shape, but they'll be alright. I'm bringing the supply with us. At least once I get to Finland, I can just rail down over here, which is good. We'll have plenty more men to work with. This is a 81,000 man army. Some extra corps commanders there to make use of other forces if we want to. But importantly, we do at least have some heavy artillery, which is going to be handy. Mostly extra troops, but yeah, will come in handy. We do have Onletta moving up over here as well. He's moving to this position to just take control here. He doesn't have anything other than light artillery, so it's not a big loss. These guys don't really have artillery beyond the light artillery themselves, actually. Yeah, I could definitely take a more aggressive stance against the British in Basra, but it comes down to a cost-benefit sort of equation, really. Oh, is it doing the thing? Alright, sometimes this happens when you load into the game after putting the saves in, so let me just go ahead and reload that. Hold on here. There we are. Yeah. I don't think we'll need much in the way of extra forces in Mesopotamia. I think the thing we'd need would be supplies more than anything. Alright. Sometimes it does this, and I think it's when I place the turn in here. So let me go ahead and just quit out and then relaunch the game here. Apologies about that. Just sometimes it happens. And I think it's when I place the save file in the game there, in the save folder. But yeah, I would imagine that'd be Forces Mesopotamia. But probably run pretty quickly. And we'll see what we can do. Right, there we are. I was going to move the artillery over to the stag besiege in Helsinki. It's only light artillery, but at least it's something. Right, there we are. That's better. Right, so at least there's some artillery in there. These men can continue. Oh, I see. I get you now. Right, I get what you mean now. Okay. Let me double check that. Oh, I see. We'll go for sustained attack then. Potentially all-out attack. But I don't want to... yeah, I need to maintain this position, so that attack is okay. We could finish them off later. Right. There's quite a lot of men over here. This artillery needs to recover cohesion, but they will do now. Well, they should do anyway. We do have a super heavy artillery come in as well, so that's going to be quite good there. Alright. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how things are going here. We are recruiting today. What did we start building? I can't recall now. I started recruiting additional divisions here. I can't remember what I spent the funds on. I know I spent on technology, so that might have been it. Yeah, I think it might have been technology. Oh, potentially some more artillery if I could have managed it. I can't recall, actually. Honestly, I can't recall now. It's only, yes, oh no, 2 days ago actually now. Right, so over here we are moving our forces. They are definitely paying for this in cohesion hits. I may set up a depot about here. About midway. That's probably not a terrible idea. And then at least it gives our forces time to move up, so we'll go with that then. Our forces are just really digging in here. Trying to deal with these forces over here, but yeah. We'll manage it. Right. So I have these aircraft then. This is going to cost me a lot in rail pool, but it is worth doing. I'm just going to go ahead and spread out some reconnaissance here where I can. Now, is this considered a Zeppelin? I'd imagine so. I do need to build more of them, though. But we'll have a move down here and try and increase our visibility of the area. Alright, we'll go with that. So, as soon as we have the heavy guns over here, the super heavy ones, we'll go ahead and launch here. Well, we'll probably launch this all that turn, but we'll go forward here. I don't have a tremendous amount of time this morning, so just going to go ahead and get through the turn. But yeah, we go down to 612 rail pool. We should still be able to move a decent amount of supply with that. The German super heavy artillery and the guard divisions will arrive shortly enough. Yep, can see them on the way down. We did have another Austrian, maybe another 2 or 4 Austrian corps on the way, but got delayed. Right, so you can see that the French are moving here. Moving back there from Salonika. Ah, I do see another French corps there. Right, the British actually do move out there. I can see the supply train moving up. Interesting seeing the Portuguese actually get involved here. Right, so I do see forces over there at Odessa. Looks like there'll be a battle. Oh, so we do see the British move across here. Ah, that's a shame. I was hoping to have that. Ooh, oh. Does he retreat? Oh no, there's British forces there, okay. I was really hoping that he would have just let me have the rail line, but I guess we'll see. He may attack the cavalry. Yep, there we are. Right, okay. That's a shame, I wanted the rail line there. But we'll manage. He's moving forward. We do have additional forces coming down too. And the thing with the desert is we do move... Oh, we actually did manage... Yes, so we go to Odessa, which is great news then. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, the French are moving out there. Do we see a second battle over here? No. Yeah. But they have moved through the desert. It would be quite a shame if they took the depot from me. But we do have forces moving down here. And the desert is quite a harsh mistress. Yeah, exactly. We'll see snow in Finland, yeah. That's right. Alright, let's see. Yeah, so the Bedouins chose to survive, which makes sense. Yeah, damn it. It is now January 1916. I was really hoping, if we'd have been able to just control these rail lines, I could have built them perhaps. So I imagine he knew that. And we do have our supply on the way down here. There we are. We are lacking information about him here. There's quite a few forces. We are somewhat outnumbered, so I do worry about the longevity of our depot. But we'll see. Oh, so we have the Eastern Horizon event now active. Or available anyway. I don't know, are we too lucky? I think we're too lucky. It does seem like our diplomacy is just... I don't know. To be fair, it's 70... Well, it was a 70-odd% chance. This 65, well, 64 last turn. I don't know. It does feel a little... It is like a 50-50 on these, but I don't know. Not too sure. It didn't work in Belgium, though. Right, let's see. Yeah, they're now back over here. Okay. So they can recover. Importantly, we'll have supplies there. Forces over here have rebuilt their cohesion, which is good. We do have a heavy artillery over here as well. So perhaps what we'll do then is move a corps to hold this area. But again, I need to move north of Batum and cut the rail lines. And just make it really difficult for him to get over here. If we take a look at the front then, yeah, so he's holding down here with Brusilov's army. There is this army over here, which is honestly a little risky. He's not really gaining all that much from that. We do have our cavalry over here. And apparently this area is actually empty, which is really remarkable. Moving over this way too. We'll be there in 30 days. Apparently we're going to be taking a detour across the frozen river, which is pretty badass. We did get our forces across over here to Odessa, which is actually really quite important. We have 21% control here, which is a shame because if I would have had 24%, then I would have been railing across here. Or do I have enough rail control? No, I can't have enough rail control. No, not enough there. So let me see here. Importantly, this stack does not have supply wagons with it. It would probably be a little bit foolhardy to move across right now. So what I'll do then is I'll await supply. I'd be tempted to break the rail lines, but it's not worth it. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is it. The British have moved out from this area, so I do agree. It's probably not a bad idea, actually. I can go ahead and order that. I've not seen the Japanese fleet out here, which is good. So we'll go with that. We'll give it a go, eh? Right, so they should in theory arrive at the Suez. I would have to hope they survive it. If we can take Suez on landing, then I think we've got a good shot. If not, it's going to be difficult, but it will force the British back. I mean, yeah. It's not that easy to move across here without having the rail line, so that's not bad. I could have these forces move to Aqaba, from Aqaba, but they're not going to arrive there in time anyway. So, it may be the case then to have supply built up over here. And await other forces to arrive in the area. It would suck to lose a depot, but I can rebuild them. Yeah, the Dutch agent, yeah. We should have forces on the way. Yeah, there are forces on the way here. That's another 98,000 men there, but we do need to have the supplies. I swear to God, these munitions are never going to fill back up. It looks like we have new generals here for 1916. Very nice. Maybe one day the Austrians will sail again. Alright, we do have the arrival of a second corps over here. Well, actually 2 more corps. Yeah, so that's very good for us. It means that we have the forces there. We weren't destroyed today. I can try and break the rail. We do have our Austrians out here. And Bulgarians. The very important thing is I can build a depot here. Or perhaps I do move to the south and then build the depot. It depends though. They can go across into here. And that gives me a decent army to work with. Maybe not the best army, but an army. Yeah, not the best, but something. So I'll move down the rail line. The Greeks are about 64%. Or perhaps I do just build a depot here. I think we'll build a depot here, because I don't really have anything along this area. Granted, there's this position here, but yeah. We'll go for that. Have a depot built here. Doesn't appear to be that many forces over here, but this is mountain. So move to the south. 11 days and 15 days, that's okay. Yeah, so we'll have our forces begin to push here shortly enough. Allow the Bulgarians to recover their cohesion shortly. And then we can begin to push forward on that front too. Alright, additional Austrians are coming. Yep, there's 4 corps that need to obviously recover. There's our artillery there. Right. There we are, yep. Excellent. And because this is an actually interesting, it's still an army. I didn't actually expect it to still be an army. So that's really quite handy. So that means we can just go ahead and put these forces in here. It depends, honestly. Like, some of them can be promoted to command, others can't. Like, I agree. It depends about promotions as well. So let's see, we do have a super heavy guns over here then. So this is a German army of 123,000 men. It's pretty much over now for the Serbs. So we'll go ahead and bombard, or not bombard the fort. Wait, what? Oh. Oh. Alright. Belgrade surrendered? I didn't even know. Yeah, Belgrade surrendered, wow. Wow, okay. Wow, that's a bit of a... Okay. I didn't even notice. Okay. Well, there we are. That's certainly quite helpful. Certainly quite helpful. Well, okay, so Belgrade has surrendered. There's really not much left of the Serbians now. What we're looking at here, then. Okay. Well. I didn't really predict that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do then is grab these mountaineers. And we'll have them sent to retake Sarajevo. We'll take a look, actually. I've got to say, the Austrians are very stingy when it comes to... Maybe I just go through Bosnia. Nah, I might as well go over here. It'll take a little longer, but honestly, once I do arrive, it's worth it. So I'm actually going to be in a supply depot, then. Say no, I'm not even in a city, but there is port supply. I'll just go this way. 16 days. Alright, we'll rest here a couple of days and then move on forward. So, let's see then. We'll take a look at Austria. 36%. I guess not. But it is 1916. Right, Ferdinand will be gone soon. So let's see then. So Serbia has lost its capital. Yeah, block certain decisions and actions. Yeah, certain actions from being taken there. The Russians are at 48% rebel alignment today, which is pretty good. But that's good that they surrendered there. Oh, I started a construction munitions factory, that was it. Having Greece, I mean, it's like anything. It's like, there's only a certain number of major nations that make a big difference. Like, Romania is not as good as, like, Bulgaria. And imagine that Greece is not as good as Bulgaria, of course. But it is worth it having them. Now, whether we got them because of a handicap to the Entente doesn't make me feel bad, but it is what it is. In the future series that we'll have coming after, in the next season, at least we can try and make things as fair as possible then. Alright, so we do have our artillery out here. We'll go ahead and merge on into here. And these guys will be really, really appreciative of that artillery. It's been a long time. In fact, it would be the first time that they have proper artillery allocations. The French are looking strong here on the Western Front, but honestly, the fear of the French has diminished greatly. We have the forces now. Right, the British submarines out here, okay. I should probably have that supply sent elsewhere, frankly. I would do well to have forces respond to an invasion of the Netherlands again. Alright. Sort of 650 war supply this day. Let's take a look at technology then. So we go up to 80% here on tanks. So we're on par with the Eastern Entente. We're on 70% with the infantry. But again, yeah, we are the first power to have level 3 of anything, which is very useful. Alright. Yeah, so very short turn, very quick turn. But this is a winter all over. Okay. So I'm just at 8% over here then. What we'll do then is we'll take military control here, and then I'll move forward. I need to have enough military control that I can move into here without... Well, I don't want to have the worry of him coming back. But then what we'll do is we'll rebuild the rail line and begin marching on Viborg. The siege of Helsinki is ongoing. You can see here that the harbour and the region is surrounded by impassable water. Yeah, so these men got in just before the winter really set in there. High Seas Fleet is almost back now. 3 days will arrive back at Wilhelmshaven. I could maybe have the High Seas Fleet maybe take port in Amsterdam. I just have a size 10 naval base after all. And maybe that is worthwhile, in fact. At least then I can guarantee the enemy will not have an easy time of it. I may have the transports head elsewhere, but frankly, well, I don't know. It would take a long time to get out there. An oddly long time. So I'll just have them move to Kiel, actually. There we are. If I need to send more forces to Finland, I can do. But I don't think the Russians will be lasting too long here. So let's take a look. Yeah, their morale's down to 22. What were they at, 24 before? Yeah, they're now at 22 here. Alright. We're going to be taking a national morale hit soon. Yeah, we could build more Dutch infantry and artillery. It would probably make sense as we would have to expect that they would try to land in. Obviously, would come down here to The Hague, so that's the area that we'd have to defend. But at least having the German fleet out there would make things a bit riskier. I'd likely want to have like a German corps stationed in the Netherlands, something of that nature. Or we could even have like Central Powers forces sent down there. Alright, so we do have the other artillery here. Alright, so you can see that some of these heavy artillery regiments are now upgraded, which is good. I think this is actually going to be really where getting the technology comes in handy. Is each turn, if something of these regiments actually do upgrade, then we're not going to have the superior artillery. Even if he gets that tech, he's not going to have a superior artillery immediately. Or at least not in great numbers. Whereas in theory, we may have it in superior numbers. That's a lot of artillery, my man. There's a lot of artillery. Yeah, that is 1,020 cannon. Obviously, there's a number of light artillery in there. But it is mostly heavy artillery. It's mostly howitzers. So that is going to be the army that will move when we're ready, and that is going to be the army that's going to be blowing through trenches, basically. If I could give it super heavy artillery, then I will do too. I may want to have these men moved elsewhere for now. They could be quite handy for Greece. Hey, doing there, Hellenic strategist. Good to have you, my man. Not doing bad here today. Not doing bad. Right, there we are. We've got infantry division over here. Lovely. I do love seeing the divisions though when they have 100 combat power. They're really nice. It's a very quiet turn today. The Belgians are at like 51%, so they're not likely to join, really. We'll be carrying out an offensive as soon as we can, really. Oh, there we go. Match entrenchment is now level 6 on the Western Front. Yeah, so the Entente will have level 5, Western, yeah, level 3 on the Eastern Front, and, yeah, and the Balkans level 1 elsewhere. Alright, so that's a bit of a problem. It does mean that he will have level 5 entrenchment, which means that his artillery will be more, it'll have a greater impact. But we do have level 6 trenches now, which is going to be great. They're really tough trenches. But what we'll do then is we'll throw all our might against a single point and drive on towards Paris. I don't think we're too far away from a point now where I could... Yeah, I've got a good amount of control here. So what I'll do then is I'll leave behind... Oh, the rail's been repaired, okay. Right, so I'll have the force carry on then. Yeah, so if some aircraft have arrived in these regions, I probably do want to go ahead and rebuild my reconnaissance aircraft stocks. I think these guns have been upgraded. Their power seems to be greater. Anyway. Oh, the munitions have finally arrived over here. Yeah, so they finally have some ammo again. That makes a difference. I'll have those Jaegers moved out elsewhere, actually. It would be nice to have them replaced and have the Jaegers sent to where they could actually be used. It looks like this force just... Yeah, these forces starve to death out here. So we have the East Horizon there. We have new generals, which is very handy, actually, in Berlin, Vienna, and Constantinople. Divisions of cavalry are not that far away. Yeah, that's good then. So we have a good few corps commanders here then. Yeah, we'll have a good number of corps commanders there to take command of the cavalry. I do have hopes of the cavalry. I do wonder how they will perform. But I think at the end of the day, they do have a narrower frontage. And I'm hoping that we might be able to drive them through. I don't know. I don't think it's going to hurt. I think having a couple full-on cavalry corps will probably allow us to be quite annoying. They are nimble, so they should move through terrain a little bit faster than infantry would. So that's good. Right, so as far as it goes then... Alright, so we have our force over here. 10% control there. 88% control here. What I'll do then is build a depot here. We're midway then, so we'll build a depot here, have control of the rail line, and have that control build up. But then what I can do is move on forward and seize a depot if I can. Once I've got this depot, we're good. But what I'm going to do now is move forward this corps. So that moves forward some fresh forces, which could then begin to move forward there. So maybe I go for that, 14 days. But I think I'd rather build up a control in this province and try and make it... Well, essentially, if I have too much military control, I can't rail in here. We do have Hindenburg just chilling. Everyone's just chilling here. Quite a lot of men there. Nice to see we actually have fighters. We'll have more fighters soon, actually. I actually should have some fighters this turn. Should have my two fighter regiments. Yeah, there we go. Fighter battalions, I should say. Yes, at long last, we have our fighter battalions. It would probably do me a lot of good to wait and then move them to the front. Right, we have more artillery as well available. So we'll go ahead and have that artillery move to the front. Alright. So, with the fall of Belgrade, we can move forces forward now. Perhaps if I have enough... I mean, I just need a little bit more military control here, then I can rail across. So that's what we'll do there. I'd like to move the Army Eugene across, and maybe I move a corps across and just try and have something go there. But I'd rather move the army as a complete whole. We do have another Austrian army over here. So I may have them move together, really. We'll see about that. The Russians are winning the area over here. And it's got the Russians over here too. We still have control over here, like 100% control, which is really nice. Conrad's forces are having a well-deserved kip. There's quite a few doctors over here, and a good amount of supply there. I may want to establish a depot, but I can't establish depots infinitely. Right, we have control at Pinks now. I could go ahead and rebuild the rail line here. I rebuild the rail line and then move up on this position, and then at least I could have an army maybe positioned down here and have them railed up to flank, but I don't think it's really going to matter. But I can connect up soon enough. Maybe I just go ahead and send a corps down here to connect the rail line up. That would give me another way to move forces through the area. Doesn't matter a great deal, but it doesn't hurt either. Has cut the rails here. I'm not too sure when he's moved his armies. He could have moved them down here, and I would probably say have them concentrated and just make a hell for leather offensive somewhere before the end. Oh, they do work. Okay, these mines are gone now. Maybe they just disappear after we take the position, which would also make sense. But I'm not sure. Maybe I'll go ahead and have them moved out here and just see how they work. If I can clear the mines of it by Sochi, then that'd be great. We'll see what happens. Yeah, getting Belgrade there is really good. Feels very anticlimactic, doesn't it, at the end? His men are out here obviously using supply. And time we'll move in there to finish them off. So the question comes down to what we do next then. Move that into the army there. Yeah. So I think next, so we do have that super heavy artillery there. And we do have good weather down here. I think what I'll do is maybe we have the German force over here then with the guards and the super heavy. Potentially move them up over to Odessa. I think that makes a lot of sense. I've got heavy and super heavy there. But having that moved up to Odessa with the munitions and supply, etc. 23 days will be there. But yes, when they do arrive, we should be in a position then to move them onto Odessa. I can then use the super heavy guns to bombard the fortifications there, and we should be in a position then just to take Odessa, which is going to be quite good. That will obviously net us some more. Yeah, that's another objective lost to him then. It's a shame they weren't going to be used at Petrograd, but maybe one day. So we'll see if we have any options, and then I'm going to be going ahead and finishing things off here. So we have the East Horizon here. So obviously that will have the uprising in Ireland. That's 250 state funds and 5 engagement. How is it going over here in Morocco? So it's still ongoing in Morocco. Alright. So the British did pull back over here. I could push forward here, but I have an inactive general, which is not exactly ideal. We'll see. Honestly, I'm in a good position here. We'll have additional forces arriving soon enough. Not that the cavalry make a big difference, but I can use it. Right. Interestingly, over here at Cars, alignment is actually shifting towards the Central Powers. Now, alignment is like how much of a benefit you get from the region. Not seeing the Russians out here. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Only 2 generals though, which is a bit of a shame, so we'll check Vienna. 3 generals there. Yeah, these munitions over here. My god. Alright. How are the Italians doing? Still 35. Feels unfair, doesn't it? Shame. I am looking forward to when we have tanks, though. That's going to be really cool. If I can get tanks ahead of the Western Entente, that's definitely going to help out a pretty significant amount there. So I'm seeing rebel alignment in areas of France over here, which is interesting. Is that the case in Austria too? Yes, it is also the case in Austria. That'll be interesting. Like over at Paris, we have 4% there. But there's areas around the country. Like 10% over here. Interesting. Yeah, it would be good to take a look at the commanders here. So we have a 323, 313, 304, 322. I don't know about you. 243, and I don't know about you either. So I can say that they are predominantly good defensive generals then. But 323, yeah, 323, 313, sorry. So really I'd want to be pushing in this area here. Which makes sense, because that's where we have the rail lines. We'd push on through and then aim to get to Sedan. It would be quite interesting to see how things would proceed from that point. The British are probably going to be around here somewhere. I think it's just keeping an eye on us over here. Makes sense after all. But yeah, if we take a look at the actual force disparity events, so again, as we're raising additional forces, yeah, the Western Entente continues to lose ground there. We're at 62 now. So we do have quite a few nations in the Central Powers now. The Eastern Entente there, 28. Yeah. The Russians are still strong, but they're just not as strong. So if we take a look over here then. Yeah, the new House of Brigades are quite nice. We can build 23 of them. I don't think I'll ever build that many. I don't think we'll have the war supply for it. But it may be that I want to start building possibly more fighters, or just keep building more medium artillery, really. Oh, did we max out the medium artillery? I think we did. Yes, we have done, okay. But we're going to finish off for today, so thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.